Good evening, everybody. David Bartosiak with the Momentum Trader here at Zacks. Wanted to go over our chart of the day that I'm actually going to break down a little bit in more detail here. I'm not just going to show you one chart. We're going to zoom in and show you an intraday, something that I can do here on the video that I can't just do in the commentary, or it would be so long that I would lose everybody's attention. So I'm going to do this pretty quick here. Dollar versus the ruble. Higher values here mean a stronger U.S. dollar and a weaker Russian ruble, with talks of now the Angela Merkel and the Germans are going to add some tougher sanctions perhaps against the Russians. It's going to hurt their currency, and that's what we're seeing here today. So if you go all the way back to March of 2013, it looks like we were at 27.70 on the dollar versus the ruble, which since then, I mean, it's just been a move in the opposite direction for the most part. Had a few chops back, kind of take our breath, kind of revert to the mean sort of thing, and then hit another leg higher over the course of this year, from March of this year until we bottomed out at the end of June, beginning of July. You can see here, basically this went from 130, just about 137. It was, just about 37. It was 36.90, coming down here to 33.50 was the support area before we went on this next leg higher. So just as you can see over time, I mean, going from 27 to 36, you're talking about a 33% cut in the value of the ruble compared to the U.S. dollar. That's pretty significant here. Traditionally the ruble has kind of moved with oil. Because Russia exports, so much oil around the globe, and nat gas, kind of energy overall. That'll track with that, but recently this is more of kind of a geopolitical thing that's going on right now with, with Russia putting their nose in the Ukraine over there. So more sanctions are going to be bad for the ruble, and you can expect this to go higher. Now I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. You can see the size of this candle here today. But I'm going to drop from the daily. I'm going to go to just a 5 minutes so we can really dig in here to see what we had going on today. So basically, right off of the open, over in Europe, well, Asia, towards the end of the Asian session, the beginning of the European session, 2 o'clock in the morning, New York time, you had the ruble start to make its move. This is it basically dropping up until the U.S. Open here, 9:30ish, and then we had one more spike, and then the party was over. Well, you'll notice with the ruble, I mean, the U.S. session isn't going to be a huge time for it to be bouncing all over the place. This is much more of a European type deal. So seeing this big of a range is very rare to see on the dollar versus ruble. You're talking 70 pips, almost 80 pips in one day. That almost never happens. Your typical trading range, I can zoom out here a little bit. You can see here's here's the day before. The bottom of the range is, 35.99. Top of the range is 36.31. Even 40 pips is a pretty big move for this. Most of the time I watch it, it's 15, 20, something like that. So the moral of the story is dollar strength across the board. So this is kind of a twofold thing. The dollar's been strengthening against the euro considerably. It's been strengthening against the yen. It's going to do it against the ruble. I've seen it in a lot of the exotics as well. So that's kind of the theme that we have now is dollar strength, U.S. stock market strength, and bonds, domestic bonds are going up too. That's why we're seeing yields drop on that. So something to take a look at, and talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.